Let me walk back up here. I'm not finished yet. I don't think this video's long enough. It's not worth me coming up here just to stop now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk back through the graveyard. So this, I think he tied that door up. That's a black door that he tried tying up. And then I think the vicar was in the kitchen, which the kitchen's there. And he heard someone at the back. And this is where Miles drew a pistol on him. And I think the first attempt, the bullet misfired.
True.
Thank you for that.
So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand.
Welcome to Todmorden. So we're in Todmorden today, and this video is about well, it's an ongoing investigation I've had for some time, and it's obviously to do with what happened in this chapel where there was some murders. I think I called it last time the ghost of Sarah Bell, but when I research it more, there's more to the story now than what I knew back then. So I don't think Sarah Bell actually got murdered, but I'll give you the scoop now. 1 second.
Sarah.
Sarah, hi Sarah, you alright?
Wait, Sarah? Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah. Wait.
I saw it on the way in. You probably did.
Demon.
Demon, that's my dog.
Demon, no, it's a demon. So if you just walk to the end there, pal, and I'll start this. I just walk to the end of the graveyard, yeah? Who's a demon? I was talking to you, EP. Who's a demon? In this graveyard?
Brandy.
Is that your name? What else can you say?
How do I use it?
You can come and choose the words like you are doing. Jordan, just wait there, pal. I don't see what's going on tonight because all the activity seems to diminish.
Stop recording.
Alright, sorry, yeah. I'm gonna stop now. Right, so this is Todmorden, yeah? I've been here plenty of times, so I know this area really well. One second, let me cut it here. So I think it was 1868 the year was, and Todmorden obviously was booming with the textile industry, so there was plenty of work about, so it brought people together, but what it also brought together was a horrific incident that happened where we're going now. So basically there's a sewist, I think they called, or whatever, they sew shit, yeah? You know, they work at the factories, and I think this dude was 22 or 21. One second. So I think this dude was 1 second, let me run it off the tube actually. On this on the tube, so I'll tell a story and see if it antagonises anything. So obviously, like I said, the year was 1863, and there was a man called Miles Weatherall, and there's some dude over here. So I'm not about to do it as I really wanted to do it. And Miles fell in love with a cook that worked at that church called Sarah Bell. Anyway, as I was saying, so Sarah was only 16. Sarah was only 16, and Sarah lived with the REVREN. I think it was called REVREN. I forget now. I'll be able to tell you more in a voiceover. Have you seen the magnetism around here, honestly? So anyway, Miles wanted to date Sarah, and the REVREN said no. So then basically what happened was they started to meet in secret. Now Sarah was a cook. Yeah, Sarah was a cook, and she got fired for meeting Miles. And basically what happened was there was a struggle in the church. Yeah. There was a struggle in the church, and I'll tell you why actually, because Miles, Sarah moved back to
Over here.
Over here, yeah. Sarah moved back to, I think it was somewhere in York or Thistle or whatever it was, Thirsk or whatever it were. And when Miles found out, he came to this vicarage. Yeah, so he came to the vicarage in rage, and I think he came around the back or something. And he tried to tie one of the doors up so they couldn't get out, and then he went in. I think he had 4 guns and a hatchet. And then they had 4 guns and a hatchet, and he attacked the REVREN. So he attacked the REVREN, and he when there was a struggle, I think he ended up killing some women that came to his assistance. Yeah, I think one of them was called Jane or something. So one of them was called Jane, and he ended up killing Jane, and then he went after the REVREN's wife. So they went after the REVREN's wife, and yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened, whether she died or not. I think she did, and I think he attacked another girl with an axe and almost severed a hand or something. So Miles was obviously in love with Sarah, but Sarah was only 16. So these are like, this is like the area where they probably come, where most of the activity was. So let's just have a look up here. So let's basically that's the story, yeah. So that's the story, and then obviously Sarah moved back to like I said, to Thirsk. But at this point, obviously this had happened, and then I think some men had come in or whatever. Some men had come in and broke it up, and they fought with him, and then obviously Miles was detained, and then he was executed later on. I think it was like the 4th of May or something. He was executed. Right, so we'll try and get some audio. Maybe we'll get gunshots, because I know what happened was he did shoot with the REVREN, but one of the caps misfired. Maybe an act of God, but then he attacked the REVREN with an axe. So maybe we'll get some audio of the scuffle. Maybe we won't, but I know there's other activity as well that lurks obviously around here. So I think this church is up for sale for just short of $500,000. That's what I've been reading, and I don't know how if this is still the case. Obviously that will take you to Centrevale Park, which isn't far away. Centrevale, as we've been to. I've never been to the Holy Well. I don't actually know where that is, so we'll go and have a check at that out in a minute, but I want to get some of this first.
Vaccination.
We're after some kind of audio, really. Let's have a look over here. So basically, it's not my first time here doing this investigation. This isn't really an investigation. This is just me telling more of the story, and to see if there's still any activity here. Oh, there's a cat there, look. Hello. Oh, hello. Hello, sweetheart. This isn't my cat, but she looks like my cat. Hello. Oh, lovely cat, look. Hello, sweetie.
PAWS.
Oh, look at her back legs. She looks a bit skinny. Oh. So I don't know how these steps take you.
Give 80.
We'll come back to that in a minute, because that'll probably take me back to the church. So let's walk down here with the seer. I didn't even know about this part, so it's obviously this is an old path that'll take you wherever. I've never been up there, to be honest, so I think that might be Lover's Railings up there. Has that cat gone now? I don't know where she's gone now. So we'll go down there in a minute, yeah, just let me walk down here. So I've never brought the seer. Oh, there's fucking people coming up. Oh no, they're not. So let's go for the holy well, yeah. So this is well worth a night video. I've been here before at night. So obviously there's some work going on at the church. Maybe we'll get a picture. No? Let's go to the holy well there. Let's check out this holy well. So I won't be surprised what we get, because obviously there's a hospital not far from here. There's the story that I've just told you. There's a story of John Bright meeting women at the Lover's Railings as well. John Bright was an important ambassador for Todmorden at one point. I still get nothing on this here. So I also want to mention that in my previous footage that I got, or that I did from this case, I thought it was like Sarah saying Sarah. But I actually think it was that Miles looking for Sarah. Is that the holy well? Surely not. Can you?
Right here, and I'll just do something push. That's the church bell.
It did sound like a bell, yeah. Stand still.
Ring
Sarah.
You know she's from, don't you? Hi Sarah, you alright?
Keeping Todd?
Yeah.
I wish she followed us all the way there.
Are you from the graveyard, yeah? That was you alright.
I'm alright.
That's what it sounded like.
How are you? Are you alright?
Right, anyway, it's this way, pal.
How are you?
I'm alright. That's funny that, because that's what just came out of that, and it just came out of my tube that as well. So anyway.
Hair.
Her. What the fuck? What's this magnetism? That's probably the tree, yeah. So that's probably the holy well, because there's nothing else that it could be. I don't think there's anywhere else to go.
Peace.
Peace, yeah. That magnetism's too high. So I knew this was going to happen.
37.
What do you mean? You mean the year? It's gone now. That magnetism's gone. Right, we're going to go back to the church in a minute. Just let me have a little walk up here. And I'm going to carry on with the well, obviously that guy's there, so it's obviously not the best time to come. What's with these mad things here in the floor? Right, so I don't think you can go up that way. Right, I really think we're past the holy well, to be honest. Because this is more like an obstacle course. Shit. Look at it again. Right. I need to turn around if I can. You can imagine this in the dark, you know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on up here. Nothing really. So we'll go back down to the church. Now I can't do what I want to do is because that guy's and there's some kind of canopy looking thing over there.
I don't like it.
Do you know? Maybe someone's been living there or whatever. Anyway, we need to, like I said, we need to get back to the church. So we'll get down here and then we can go back the way we came. Right, so just let me explain what this is, yeah. So this is the GP pointer, or they call it the locket. So when I turn it on, like that, 1 minute, it's sensing magnetism, so they can touch it then. And I've had it only once or twice where they'll touch it, and it'll go off in thin air. So if the magnetism starts again, basically it's like pings that I get on my phone, but on a device. They're really rare to get them, by the way, the magnet pings on a GP pointer. I don't know what this is like. Maybe this is a holy well. Don't look very holy to me. Looks like it's full of just full of filth really. Full of malaria if you ask me. Right, so the pathway's down here now. Right, so go back this way now. So obviously that's the bowling green. Then the bowling green's right next to the church. So I'm going to come back and do a night video actually. Call it part 2. Whatever I call this. Whatever I decide to call this video. So there's some people ahead that I can't make out what they're doing. I think they're just dog walking.
Pilot.
Alright. That basically means control. So some words in a tube that I understand totally what they mean. There's others that I don't, and there's one word I'm always struggling with, which is serpent. I think it's devil's whisper. You might have heard me mention this before. Anyway, we're at the church now, so. So there's 2 dudes there. I need to go in and capture some audio of it. Oh, they're dog walkers, I'm just walking down. So anyway, I'm going to take this time to get some photos of the church. Right, so what we'll try and do is go down them steps and see where the steps lead. So eventually I do want to walk back through that way because I want to try and capture some audio. Now this is, like I said, this is really an investigation, but it's just more what I can capture from some of the past or whatever. So this is like a real spooky do here at night time on a full moon. This is just obviously where we've come from, so we'll see about these steps. So them railings there, yeah, there's railings there, I don't know if you can see them, yeah. They go all the way up there, and there's a part where it's called Lovers Railings actually, where I was here last year. That was quite a good video of that actually. That's that female, isn't it? So let's go down. Let's go down here. Okay, how old these railings are. So there's obviously someone living there now, I think. Because there's cars here and that can't be up for sale anymore. Oops, shit, nearly fucking fell there. Right, so let's carry on. So I'm after anything female, any gunshot sounds. There's too many people in the graveyard for me to go in there. So obviously I think someone's bought the property. And this is where it happened.
Is it?
It is, yeah. This is a vicarage or something. And there's pictures here, and this is obviously that's where it happened, in there. Not in the churchyard. Who's that? Is it Miles? So this is the actual vicar where it happened. And what's the word, Jane, a woman got shot in the head. Miles.
You know.
Right, so Miles killed her in there.
How are you?
I'm alright, how are you? That's a vicarage where it happened. Oh, he said he came from the Black Swan or something, the pub from the Black Swan. Let me walk back up here. I'm not finished yet. I don't think this video's long enough. It's not worth me coming up here just to stop now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk back through the graveyard. So this, I think he tied that door up. That's a black door that he tried tying up. And then I think the vicar was in the kitchen, which the kitchen's there. And he heard someone at the back. And this is where Miles drew a pistol on him. And I think the first attempt, the bullet misfired.
True.
Thank you for that. Yeah, the bullet did misfire, didn't it? There were a cap. I think it misfired. Thank you for that. Anything else you want to say? This is madness, this, because that building's been there since the 18th, well, obviously the 18th century, and it's just mad how this tale is just hidden in Todmordens history, and not many people care about it. But that's when I read the tale, I thought it was a fascinating tale. That, I mean, I knew about it anyway, but
Horrible.
yeah, it's a horrible tale. Yeah, it's horrible, but it's fascinating. And he probably suffered immensely. can get another shot of it. No? No, you can't really get a shot of it. Right, so we're going to have to come back and do the night do, aren't we? So there was far too much magnetism in there.
Below.
Yeah, below, yeah. There was far too much magnetism in there. That's where we're going now. And, what the fuck's that? What's that? Is that gravestone? I can't make that out. That can't be a gravestone, surely. It's too high up. And the closest one's there. How far does it come back? That's off the fence, that one. So let's see if we can get anything else left from here. That's a tree and that's a grave, yeah. Right, so I'm going to have to make a part, well it'd be like part 3, but it's going to have to be part 2 because it's more modern now. So I'm going to have to come and pay at night when there's no people in the graveyard. So we're going to have to go through the graveyard now. We're going to go through the graveyard now with the Vox. And I've got no, I'll have to be just like so, I just have to blend in like with my phone and make out like I'm on FaceTime or something. That's what we're after, any gunshots, any female noises. But I don't think this happened in the graveyard. So the Reverend was called Reverend Plough. I think he had a wife as well, but he didn't die from this incident. And there was a woman called Jane that did, who was unfortunately killed instantaneously when she was shot in the skull by Miles Weatherall. So this place holds so many stories in and around this area, so it's hard to stay on one narrative as there's others. It's like replies that come through. I'm visiting, yeah. My name's Basil. What's your name?
Basil.
Basil, yeah. It's money you can just cut through.
Three of the
So we've just got that, and I'm just going to hold it in my hand. One second, let me get some pics. Right, let's carry on. Oops, nearly fell then. So I almost fall like 3 or 4 times doing this video. It's unreal because that shouldn't be happening really. No audio. So I think all the graves are getting sorted out or whatever. For credit to them, because this would just fall into disarray otherwise. So digging does entice activity, is what's going on here. They're trying to do some grave repairs, although you know it needs doing, to be honest. that's the end of the video. You can go up further up there if you want. That's like the other way up to the vicarage. But I just thought I'd cover this in a day. I'm probably going to do a night video. So that's it for now. So I don't think that video is long enough. So I'm just going to chat a bit of shit into the camera. Tell you what I think about that. Whilst we're just walking back in the canal. So I just want to show you the Great Wall of Todmorden. So check it out. Look, I've walked from down there. And the wall goes. There's other YouTubers that have done this before, but I'm just going to show you this whilst to give a recollection of what's just happened. It's quite a tall wall, that, isn't it? I've been down here at night, and you got to imagine 50, 60 boats a day coming through here, full of everything that I just spoke about the, well, not about the paranormal activity as such, but about the trade in the 18th century, as Miles, who we were just talking about there, was obviously in employment, and it was all to do with the canal. He was a sewist, whatever the fuck you want to call it, fucking sword shit. Anyway, so that's what brought this story about, really, I think. That's the Unitarian church in the distance. Anyway, as I was saying there, the canal and Miles and that story, really. Look at that white bird in the finger. Look, I don't know if you can see it. Huh. I don't know what you call that. Is it like a white dove or something? That is a white dove. No way, that's a white dove. That's madness. So that's supposed to mean an angel, yeah? White doves were supposed to mean angels. And that's mad how we've just captured a white dove in there. Why would a white dove be in there? No, seriously, yeah? Probably take refuge or lay some eggs, but that's probably about it. That was fucking madness. Anyway, as I was talking to you about the Miles, the canal, the sewist, yeah? And Sarah Bell. So obviously when we went into the graveyard, it's just a pigeon that time. There's a dove again. Next to the pigeon. And that's interesting. You probably can't see that because my camera's pixelated. But anyway, I think they're into the story up there, what I was talking to you about. So we went into the graveyard, and there's nothing but magnet pings constantly. There shouldn't be any magnetism in the fucking graveyard. There's no metal. Apart from obviously the ironworks, which goes around the fence, which goes around the graveyard. Then it was like saying over here and shit, and meaning the house where it said true when I was on about the bullet, and it misfired and it went true. Yeah, that's what I think it meant. Second of all, definitely have to go back there at night. So there's some geese down here with some little babies. They should attack me really, but come down there nice and slow. Sure, I'm not here to hurt them. Look at these little geese. Look at them. Beautiful, aren't they? So let's see what happens. Oh look, these two are asleep. I hope they're not dead. Oh no, look, they're just sleeping. Hello. It's alright. It's alright, my mate. Look at them. So mother's obviously, she's hissing at me here. I don't know what they're chewing on. Look at the little feet. So mob has got a right eye on me. So is that over there? Look at that, that's one of the best pictures you could get, that. Look how she just cuddled up to her mother. That's the pure definition of comfort, if you ask me. You can just hear them. Sound beautiful, don't they? Well, anyway, can't stay too long, but they look absolutely adorable, don't they? Huh? Look at that one. They're just running off now, look. Hello. It's alright. Look at them. I just want to pick one up and take one home. Well, this is, I guess, what it looked like is before they come a geese. They're going to get left behind. And the wood mom, so it's cool, isn't it? I don't actually know what they're eating. Speckles of grass or whatever. So it was so hard to end this video because I kept filming and filming afterwards, but with just different things or another. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that, because it's obviously an ongoing investigation. I just came here to get some more information. Anyway, nice for watching. Hopefully I'll see you soon for another part of this theme.